Okay, so let's see. This one, I want to walk you through how to create a catalog, how to import your pictures into Lightroom, how to use Lightroom basically to organize your stuff, apply labels, create collections, compare photos, just the sort of normal ways that you go about organizing your pictures. Okay, now let's see. Before I do this, I just wanted you to see. I wanted you to see what a mess it seems like it could be. Meaning, I have been using Lightroom more or less since I started shooting digitally in 2006. For example, like these just happen to be, these are pictures I shot in 2009. Um, I want you to see over here in my catalog that there are 300,000 photographs within my Lightroom catalog. I emphasize that because I want to stress that, again, Lightroom does not hold the photos. All right? The photos are stored on the hard drives. What you're doing is you are creating a catalog. So here in Lightroom, there is a preview of the photo. And then when you click on that preview of the photo, so for example, if I click on this photo here, then Lightroom then references the original file. And so then I can blow this up and take a look at it, and I can see the picture. I can go in and do my develop module to change the picture, but Lightroom doesn't hold the photo itself. It's just creating a catalog, organizing and referencing that file, and creating that sidecar file. I show you this one because I also want you to see all these gray boxes here. Now you can see how these all have a little exclamation point where it says photo is missing. Okay, that's because Lightroom doesn't hold the photo. Okay, and so somewhere along the way, I put some pictures somewhere, and either I changed the path, I got rid of the original folder that the pictures were in, or something along those lines. I can do a little search that tells me what the file number is. I could do a search. I could figure out where file 3589 shot in 2009 might be. I could go locate and redirect the computer to that path, and then everything would be fine. I'm going to create a new catalog because that's what you are going to need to do. Now, I want to stress, you only have one Lightroom catalog. You do not create a new catalog every time you import pictures. You have one catalog, and that catalog will grow. So the fact that I have a catalog here that has 302,000 photos in it is fine. It's not problematic because it's not enormous, because that catalog is just a catalog, not actually the files themselves. So I'm going to create a new catalog. Now, for you to create a new catalog, make sure you know where you are going to keep that catalog. Put it in a safe place. Make a note to yourself about where that safe place is. It could be inside your pictures folder. You can see here inside my username, inside my pictures folder, inside Lightroom. This is where there are some Lightroom catalogs from the past, actually. In my case, this one right now, I'm only going to use this for our class. This is kind of a fake catalog that I'm creating right now to show you what to do. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new folder. In my case, okay, I forgot. I know that the screencast just went wonky. I forgot. I haven't yet figured out, but in using the screencast software, when I type, it often will pause the screencast software. So I have to try to figure out a way to fix that, or I'll just do what I'm doing now, which is simply let it pause, type my thing, and then come back. Okay, so I just created a fake a folder called fake folder, and I will call this demo. Yeah, just see that I just did the same thing again. this little error message, and just, it doesn't matter. Shut down. I'm going to skip this time. I'll explain that later, what it's asking. Okay, so that is closing my Lightroom catalog and building a new catalog. Okay, now note, this catalog has nothing in it, right? Brand new, whole new world here. So what I'm going to do next is show you how to import your files. Import. I'm pressing the import button. Now, before we do anything, I want you to pay attention up here, right up here. I want you to see what options there are. There's copy as DNG. DNG is a universal raw format. Copy is copy photos to a new location and add to catalog. Or there's move, or there's add. Now these are currently grayed out. Now I want you to notice over here on the left, this is where you choose the source. In my case, here's my memory card is plugged into the computer. I'm not going to use that though. I'm going to go to my hard drive. What I would recommend you all do is what I am doing here and what I've shown you in the previous videos, which is I downloaded the photos first. I put them into that folder. So the folder I showed you in the previous thing was this folder right here, 2020. I'm just going to make a whole 2020 folder. Now, when I click that, it's showing me everything that is inside this folder. Okay, this includes, in my case, this includes some old stuff, it includes some new stuff, bunch of different things in there. Now, I could uncheck all, and then I could selectively go through and pick and choose individual files that I might want to include. But, you know, what's the point of that? This is a throwaway folder anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and check them all right? Okay, so now that I am accessing the ones from the hard drive, I want you to see, again, I could copy them, I could move them, or I could add them. I would recommend to you that you add them. So again, to clarify what that means, I've already put the files for the photos exactly where I want them on the hard drive. I've already duplicated the hard drive. So I've got the files in a safe place. I've got a backup of the files in a safe place. So now I just want to add them to my Lightroom catalog. The reason that I suggest that you not copy the files in either case to the catalog, to Lightroom, is because then Lightroom will get so big that it will be harder for you to sort of keep track of things and store them. Okay, so I've got all of my files selected. Now I do want to point out, if I wanted to, I could add keywords. So if I was importing a smaller batch of photos, so for example, this batch of photos right here that you're looking at, this is something I did for money a few weeks back, and every time I do work for money, I go ahead and type in keywords, meaning I type in the client or anything else I might want to remember, and that applies those as keywords, so later I can search for photos that way. It's a good idea to do that on a small basis, meaning like when you're just importing what you have from an individual card, if the keywords are going to make sense to you later on, or if there's something very specific. I'm not going to deal with them now because I can still apply keywords once I'm in Lightroom, and here I have this whole huge, not that huge, but a big folder of a bunch of different pictures, so I don't want to get here and start adding keywords nitty-gritty. Okay, so I'm just going to hit import. I'm going to pause this video. No reason to just sit here and watch it. It might take a little while. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right, there we go. So, let's see. What is it? Well, hold on.